What's up, round
What's
two?
up, gangers?
Welcome back. What's up, gang? Wait, what is it? What is it?
What up, brother?
What up, brother?
Special teams,
Special players.
I don't know.
Oh, stop. They did that with IndyCar drivers. I don't know if you
I
saw on
did
the
see it.
TikTok.
Like, she's like, what up, brother?
David was the only one who got it, I think. But it was like, I didn't know where the What Up Brother was from. I hope people like have no idea what we're talking about.
No, Sketch. I literally don't even know.
Sketch. Yeah, Sketch, and he plays Madden. I did research. By that I mean it was like 11 o'clock and I was like...
TikTok search.
Yeah, I was like, where did the What Up Brother trend come from? And someone like posted, and it's like this like guy named Sketch, and he's a streamer, and he played Madden, and he like did the play, and he goes like, what up, brother? Special teams, special plays, special players. And it became like this whole trend.
It's so bad. All the guys at my school like walk around the hall. What up, brother?
What up, brother? What up? I haven't seen that hit our school yet. We're still in Skibbity
brain rot.
Riz, Yacht, Ohio. And I was
like,
new saying, what the Sigma? I can't stop saying that and la 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 la. We're just catching you guys up in the lives.
Yeah. The lives of teenagers.
The lives of teenagers. So this is for all my friends' parents and my parents that watch this podcast. We're helping you.
This is the brain rot your children are quoting and listening to and watching.
Any new parents out there, do not give your kid a tablet until they reach at least 3rd grade, maybe even 5th grade. Okay, I didn't get a freaking iPad until like 4th grade, and I think it was the best decision.
I got my first phone in like 4th or 5th grade, maybe. It was an Android, and I could only call, text, and take pictures.
Period.
So it was like no internet access. The only real internet access I had was a school laptop.
I had an iPad in 4th grade, and I got to use it until 6th grade on my birthday when I got a track phone, and it was so bad. It was the worst thing ever. It died instantly, and I couldn't text or call or do anything. And then I got an actual phone. It was an iPhone 6, and I had it until 10th grade. I had it until 10th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, 6th grade? Wait, 7th to 10th grade? 3 years in this iPhone 6. And let me tell you, it was dying.
I had, my first, like, phone was an iPod Touch, like 6th generation. It was about this big, not gonna lie. Still have it, actually.
My aunt had, like, an iPhone. We call it an iPhone 2, but it was, like,
it was really, really small, and then I got an iPhone 6. I actually lost that trick-or-treating.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents were not happy at all. Not happy at all. But then I got a new phone.
Anyways,
to race cars.
Back to the motorsports. Guess who started getting into NASCAR? Me. I've reached out to my BFF bestie for life, Nick, and I was like, hey, where do I start? And like, how do I get into this? Because obviously, like, when I got into IndyCar, I nosedive, just go right into it, watch the first race, I look at the schedule and I watch it, and I had no idea what I was doing. But for NASCAR, I wanted to try a different approach. So Nick recommended watching the Daytona 500 1979. And now to all my NASCAR fans, you'll probably be like, oh yeah, that was a race, all right.
I don't really know what she's talking about, but she explained it to me. We just had lunch, and then she explained it
really
to
good.
Me. And now I have to go and watch them fight each other.
Yeah, now you just spoiled it. Anyway, so they had a lot of like rookies in that race who are now like legends, like Dan Earnhardt, I think.
So Dale.
I saw a video on my TikTok reels and it was like Dale Earnhardt Shrine in an airport, and I was like, why is it in an airport? But I was like, maybe it's still really context behind that yet. But anyway, so basically final lap, and the two leading cars, they're driving, I don't know who, don't ask me who, just watch it on your own. They crashed into each other, and then of course, whoever was like in 3rd, like, goes through, wins the race, and it's like, woo, you know, and then of course in NASCAR fashion, everyone gets on that car, and that becomes like a giant school bus for the entire team as they drive it into like victory lane, and then all of a sudden you hear the commentators go, and there's a fight, and the cameras cut to 2 NASCAR drivers, and they're like, the 2 that crashed into each other at the final lap, and they're like going at it, and like they're going at it, and I was like, oh my god, this is the most American thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's so funny because all the NASCAR drivers in that race are from like the South, so you can like hear it in their accents and like all the pit crew and the pit chief.
I love that so much.
And I know I was like, I get it. Oh, I was from Tennessee, born and raised. I understand. Okay, Smoky Mountains, yeah. Oh, Rocky Mountains or Smoky Mountains? It's Smoky.
On top of Old Smoky.
I only can remember because the Tennessee mascot is Smoky.
Smoky Bear.
No, they have Smokey and it's a dog.
I'm sorry.
And I eat it. See,
Wait.
Is
Is
it
it college?
Yeah, the college. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know that they're the volunteers.
Yeah, they're the Tennessee Volunteers, and then they have a little dog that's a mascot. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but they call it either Smokey, the dog, and then you see it when we would watch the football games with my grandpa. I'd see it, and I'd be like, dog. Anyway, and so then I watched another good YouTube video because I love YouTube. I love iPad. And
I'm an iPad kid.
We're all iPad.
I love my iPad.
I don't have an iPad because I have another iPad kid in the house that I have to compete with. So it's like, damn. Yeah. But I watched, it was like the NASCAR, The Art of Revenge, which is a great video because it goes over like all like, you know, like NASCAR and like kind of like the most iconic rivalries and stuff. And I was like, holy shit, NASCAR is fucking crazy.
It's America.
It's America.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment. They can't take my
guns. They can't take my
guns.
And I was watching it and I was like, no way, this is real. Like, there's drivers literally going onto the track and like being like, yeah, I'm gonna be right, and then like throwing their helmets at like drivers like mid-race, and I was like, oh wait, like
what's that video of that one guy who like his car, like he crashed or whatever, and then he took his bumper off.
Oh,
and then,
I know exactly.
Yeah, the guy who hit him, he threw his bumper at him.
Literal bumper of the car.
And then after that, he got a sponsor from a company that makes bumpers.
I know, which is insane. Is that not insane? Which is like this is the most American thing ever because you could literally ruin someone's race and be like a literal jackass, and someone out there would be like, give him money to sponsor us. Give him multi-million-dollar contracts, please. And I was like, oh my god, like that's insane. Right. And like literally like NASCAR, like in like IndyCar too, and like a certain extent, because like in IndyCar would like. There's like a rule where it's like if you lap someone, like if you lap people or like, cause like it's long grid, if you lap someone, like you don't have to move out of the way. Like you can just ruin this person's entire race just by not moving away.
Interesting.
I know, so it's like someone screwed you up and you're in last, you know, and they're in first, like, fuck you, you know? And that's a lot for like NASCAR, right? Because obviously, you know, you're going around this track, they're like usually small, like 2 miles going around, that's really small, but and you're going around in a circle and, you know, all the cars get conjoined, and then it's like, well, I fucking hate this guy because yesterday he said that my cat wasn't cute, so I'm going to ruin his entire race and die in the process.
I'm going to T-bone him right now.
Yeah, that's what they do, and they just kind of slightly turn into them, and then like they're side by side. You can't see what I'm doing with my hands, my audio listeners, but I'm just kind of like...
She's max-plaining.
I'm max-plaining. And they're side by side, and one just slightly turns and pushes this car, and they're going really fast. So it starts to curve in front of this other car. Now the other car just keeps going, does a T-bone, and then usually, but most of the time, from what I've watched, is they both run out. And the guy who made the YouTube video, I don't know who he is, but he makes a great point. He's like, half of NASCAR is being able to drive and being able to like get revenge, or is that something under?
I would.
Like you have to be a defensive driver, and you have to be able to know when to attack and how to attack and like get out scot.
I think I would be really good at that because I have a lot of anger.
I would love to just crash. I would like to just crash into people and be like, "Thank you," and then get like $1 billion in the process.
Right.
And so I was like,
easy money.
I was like, I know my dad brought up a point. He was like, I told him I was like, I'm starting to watch NASCAR, and he's like, of all the rednecks, and I was like. You know, maybe the rednecks are doing something. Maybe I resonate with rednecks a little bit. Okay, they're American. I'm American. We can get with that. Okay, we love our country. Country. C-U-N-T. Period.
Certainly country.
That's
America as always.
Yeah, that's my little NASCAR rant. 10 minutes.
So I am gonna have to get into NASCAR too. I'm gonna watch
Naturally.
those videos.
Gonna drag you into it. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Heart.
But so today we are going to be talking about some preseason, and we're catching up because as of right now, we are. This is the Sunday before the China Grand Prix, which we gotta talk about that too, because it's the first time in.
This is our first
5 years
since 2019.
Yeah, 5 years that they've raced there.
Pre-COVID.
So we are just gonna go over some significant.
We decided to start this podcast like over like the break, and then we didn't do anything until like spring. So we missed a few races in the process. Yeah. We only started to like get the fire under our butt when Lewis Hamilton went to Ferrari. We were like, okay, we gotta do something. We gotta start talking about this.
So preseason livery, like the liveries. I want to talk
about
boring. Snooze fest.
Oh, carbon fiber again. Alpine, you are suffering because you did not give us a pink camo, and you know it.
I'm pissed about that because they kept teasing the pink camo on Instagram and like their socials, and then apparently I read somewhere that they spent all the money trying to like redo the livery because they didn't want the pink camo, and that's why their car is like a tractor.
Now whose fault is that, Alpine?
You should have given us the pink camo. It's what the
Why would you think we wouldn't want that?
Right.
Hello.
You know what? They are so scared to use pink, and I've noticed that because
y'all are scared to use
the
pink?
graphics when you're watching a race and they have like the 20 drivers. There's like 4 team logos that are all white. They could use the pink for Alpine, and it would actually stand out, make it a little bit more accessible. And they don't use pink for anything. Pink.
You men are liberal sissies, and you're too scared to use the color pink.
It's not just for girls.
I'll have you know, back in the day, when freaking you had all your empires, pink was a color of power. Okay, look it up. All the men, all the little men, all the strong emperors wore pink. Okay,
pink is a good color, guys.
Pink is a lovely color. It can people. It's like it's a girly color. It's a girly color. Well, imagine beating someone up with the color pink. Okay,
right.
Real men wear pink.
Real men wear pink.
Real men wear pink.
I remember my gym teacher in elementary school had a shirt like that.
No, mine did too.
And now he's my softball coach.
Oh, he's so. I saw this softball
game.
He's so silly.
He's so silly.
He's really short. Like when he would go over to the crowd and he would hype us up. He'd be like, "Come on!"
He's like that. He's interesting. He's a military man, and he just came back from Poland actually, serving in the National Guard. And now he thinks he's so cool because he's cultured. Okay.
You served on a U.S. military base.
Exactly. He said Polish.
ASMR. In case he hears this, I don't know who you are, but it's one of the games. Started going, is there a Delaney? Is there a Delaney? And I'm like, I'm right here. And they're like, where's Field 11? And I was like,
oh yeah, that was my mom.
It's okay.
That was my mom.
I know.
I felt bad because she told me, she was like, I felt really bad because I was asking Delaney where the other field, the JV field was for the other girls, and then I think she didn't know who I was. And
no, I knew who your mom was because she looks like you. So
yeah, I look nothing like my dad.
I've never seen your dad. Well, I saw pictures.
He's a skinny white man.
He's your average white
guy.
Blends into the crowd.
But
we're not even talking about racing.
Right. Anyways, liveries. At least we knew the Ferrari was going to be red.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only constant we
most
have.
expected one.
I have come around to the Mercedes livery. I do like the combination of the black and the silver arrows look. The black, I love it. I think it's sleek and like wonderful, and they had it for like their Black Lives Matter movement moment thing.
Go Lewis.
But now they changed it back, and it's like when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, and people were changing their profile pictures to Black Lives Matter.
Posting the Black Lives
and Charlie D'Amelio, she had that as her profile picture for like months and months and months, like a year or two, and people were like, when is she gonna change it? And when she changes it, we're all gonna make fun of her. That's what the Mercedes car is like.
Well, I like when they changed it, because I feel like it went back to like, what are you doing?
I'm so sorry.
We have like things under the table where
technical difficulties, everything's okay.
We're editing this out.
Beep.
Okay, and I like like I was saying, the Mercedes logo. I like it went back to like this. It went back to like the silver, right? Or am I fucking crazy?
Yes, it's like black around like kind of the bottom, and then silver like. For reference,
we have a car. For audio
reference.
listeners, we have an old
It's
Mercedes
like silver
car.
here, and then there's like black.
It's like that.
It's kind of similar to this, but more black. On the
Okay, I like that they went back to the silver because it reminds me of when Mercedes was good.
Right.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, and I was like, oh, they're kind of going back for that retro feel, which I could feel like, you know, like, oh, I don't want to rant about anything else right now because I will. But like, I like, yeah, Red Bull step up your game.
Because
Stay in livery for 5 years.
Livery is so boring.
AlphaTauri livery is it's cute.
It's cool.
It's cute. I like it.
It reminds
Steak
me.
F1
I
too.
like how they have like the varsity like letter, like the font for like their numbers and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Can we talk about? Okay, once we get done with F1 liveries, I'm about to go talk about IndyCar liveries because. Just a quick segment. All the people who hear like for F1, they're like, what are you talking about? We're all motorsports, okay? We're learning.
Oh, inclusive,
okay? The way you can tell who's on a team is based on the fonts of the driver's number in the corner, and it makes me so mad because you'll see like the only way you can tell is the Aero McLaren cars because they're all like some sort of like they're like the same design but like they're different like colors.
They have like a different
all
kind of stripe or
all have like an iconic yellow, but I've only watched because there's only been like 2 races for IndyCar, so I'm waiting for the next one because like I'm actually like hurry up, I need another IndyCar race. But like they're all like all the liveries, like all the teams, like I don't know like if the drivers get to like customize it or what, but I think it would be awesome because I'd love to see some customization.
I would love to do that.
But like one team, like let's pick on Penske real quick. I think I had to look up the cars, but like one car's blue, one car's black, and the other car is like I forgot, and it's like you would never guess. And then Alex Palou's cars, sometimes it's a bright green, and sometimes I think it's a yellow and red, and it's like okay, and you're like, well, what team are they? Is that yellow? Is that orange car?
No,
is that green car? Oh my god, colors on like the Andretti, because Andretti's green. It's like no, that's a whole different team. And you're like, well, how do you know whose team it is? And you're like, by the fonts of their numbers. That one is Times New Roman, and that one is like italic bold. Yeah, that was papaya.
No, papyrus.
Papyrus.
Times New Roman 12.5.
And you're like, that one's like yeah, and it's like, why? And it makes me so mad. Well, it doesn't make me mad, but it's kind of like
it's confusing.
But yeah, I'm still literally trying to figure it out, and I've been sort of like into IndyCar for a few months now, and I still don't know, you know. Shout out to Stingray Rob.
Stingray.
Cannot believe that's your full legal name. But
like birth certificate is crazy. I don't know what. No offense to him, because your name is so silly and awesome.
He's American, I know.
But he's gotta be from down south somewhere. But like, what possesses a mother to say, you know what's a wonderful name for my son? Stingray.
He's American.
Stingray.
People are like, real name? Like, I'm sorry, that's his real name. Like, on the birth certificate.
Little sister is Manta Ray.
Oh. But I'm like glad that his last name is Rob, because then you could be like, oh yeah, my name is actually Rob Stingray, but you know, well, you could probably lie about it. Like I would have lied about it in school. I would have been like, oh maybe I would have owned up to it, been like, yeah, I'm cooler than you because my name is Stingray. Stingray. They call me, I don't know, Jellyfish. I don't want to make fun of Stingray Rob because it's kind of growing on me a little bit because it's like
it's cool.
It's cool. It's interesting.
It's a little like okay, you know.
That's
okay.
That's not a name you hear every day. Yeah. At least it's not like a Brandon, Jaden, Hayden. Oh my. It ends with the N. Like those names piss me off. Just I'm gonna name my kid
McKinley Grace, McKimberly Grace. McKaylee Joe. I'm sorry if that's your name. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. My name is Emma. My name's Emily, but you can call me Emma. Like, okay. already have 20 Emmas getting one. What were we talking about?
Stingray Rob.
Stingray Rob. Sorry guys, if you hear us like cut out midway, it's because we're still figuring out, so there's a lot of technical difficulties.
Some software difficulties.
But we're figuring out
I actually hacked into the mainframe and then figured out the firewall and the password.
Holy crap, figured it out. This is crazy.
Use coding.
Anyway, now that we've gotten liveries out of the way, I like the steak one because it's interesting, it's different, there's color to it, and I can clearly see it on the grid.
I will miss the Alfa Romeo. It was a good car. I mean like in aesthetics.
I kind of like the back where it had like the Italian flag.
I did like.
But I like that now it says like #unleash. Like unleash what?
The beast.
Unleash your good pit stops. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, and then I mean Aston Martin's pretty much the same. It's still one thing about them, they'll always look good in that green. That green is so good.
It's
I love it so much.
It's literally like I call it like a rich green. It's like
very rich.
It's like like I don't like. It's like It's like we're kind of rich. Yeah, we have money.
That episode, the first episode of Drive to Survive, with
So
Lawrence Stroll, he was like a James Bond villain.
He comes in
and everyone's like, Mr. Stroll is here.
Mr. Stroll is entering the building. Mr. Stroll is coming in. And it's like one of rich millionaire parties, and he pulls up in like a boat probably from his yacht. Like, where are you getting this boat from? Like, where are you coming from? And then they have all the Aston Martins around, and it's all like this cool thing. And of course, Lance and Fernando are there, like serving gun, and it's like
they look so
good. Cake the egg is coming. Mama's hungry, but
Daddy's hungry.
I need more. I need more. That's my friend Nate.
But the Williams livery, I don't know. I don't like the darker blue. I gotta be honest.
I kind of like the light blue.
I like the blue that they had last year. It was a dark blue, but it was like a little bit lighter.
I like the Golf livery.
Yes, I love that. They should.
When it had the teal and the blue and the orange. Oh my god, I cannot say my colors today.
McLaren had that.
They had that
a few years.
Then they went black, and I miss the McLaren livery when it was bright and colorful and yellow. I miss looking on the field and seeing colors and happiness. And now it's all carbon fiber, gray, and black.
Which, whatever.
What are you gonna do? Yes.
What are you gonna do about it?
I see if I care. Still gonna watch the race on Sunday.
Yeah, so it'd be better if there was a pink car though.
Yeah. What happened to the pink cars?
Whatever.
The Barbie cars.
Whatever. Barbie needs to sponsor an F1 team. I think that would be so cute.
Can they sponsor it? Well,
sponsor us, Barbie. Sponsor.
We're two drivers with great FIA super license.
Yeah, I just need to
I figured out how hard it is to actually get an FIA super license. Like, you have to do stuff.
Oh wow.
No, I saw someone there well, for regulations, you have to have 40 points and
40 points. Where do you get points from?
Exactly. You get them from completing races and stuff, but you have to. It has to be outside of Formula 1.
Because
and then you get in.
I remember that because at the beginning of the F1 Academy season, they were posting their new regulations, and now F1 Academy girls will receive super license points.
Mm-hmm. So it's if you win, if you place fifth place if you place third place, you get in F2, you get 20 points or something.
Yeah.
And it's the more points you get, you can go towards your super license. And I was how the fuck was Max have that many freaking points at the age of 17?
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's just goated.
He's just good with the sauce for real. Just gonna catch you.
Yours for stepping. When I see you.
When I catch you.
Oh, when I see you.
When I catch you. These hands. I'm not gonna be able to dodge them.
Yeah, no. I'm too fast. I'm too fast on my feet. Actually, I'm kind of scared. He's scary looking.
He's scary looking.
I'm sorry. He just looks like an abuser.
He looks like.
He just looks like an
abuser.
He
looks like he attempted to kill his ex-wife. Oh wait, he did do that. Oh wait,
But we just skip over that fact.
Yeah, we just
kind of
look the other way. He's a woman.
But I kind of wanted to actually, now that I said something about F1 Academy, the liveries for F1
Those
Academy.
ones are so good.
They're so good.
They're
Oh
so
my
good.
god, not only,
I like
I really love how the F1 teams are actually like, have the liveries for the girls' cars, which unfortunately the cars are so barren. No sponsors.
No sponsors.
They have like one sponsor, which is like the F1 team, which, come on, what's your problem? But the Tommy Hilfiger livery, the Puma one, the F1 Academy one.
There's an Elf one. Did you see the Elf one with all the lipsticks?
Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah, Charlotte Tilbury.
That one's
I saw Elf on the sponsor, so I just was like, oh.
There was, I think that's for like Le Mans or something. I think Elf is I know Elf is sponsoring another car.
Yeah, love you, Elf.
But I think it's a different racing series. Because I know Charlotte Tilbury sponsors the Academy car.
I know there's like, because I know there's female IndyCar drivers and they got some pink liveries on there. Why is F1 so scared of the color pink?
Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all. I know you're a serious sport, but like, serious sport.
Pink can be a serious color.
Yeah.
Also, I've noticed that within universities and schools, no one has pink as their school colors.
It's like when there's no purple on like state flags.
Right.
On like flags,
Right.
period.
Like, pink and purple are good colors.
Yeah.
Purple is a color of royalty and money.
Look at this Lewis
The
Hamilton.
$1 billion man, for
Okay.
example.
Guys, we got audio listeners. We got a Lewis Hamilton flag
I got
behind
an
us.
LH44 flag.
Came in the mail. Let's
The
go.
Easter sale, let's go.
Easter
16
sale,
bucks.
I got.
Spent very well.
Yeah, but it's kind of big. I mean, it's not big.
It's big and I like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Never mind.
Never mind. Yeah.
If you're acting, can you please go to prom with my friend Abbie?
Yeah,
can
can you
your
please
friend
go to
Valtteri
prom
said
with
you
me?
can go with me, please? Thank
Can you please go to prom with me, Lewis? I am wearing purple, so.
I'm wearing purple
Please.
Valtteri, but it's like a lavender purple.
Me too.
It's like,
Mine is a light purple.
are we like matching? Not really.
I think our color is like
Our colors
the
are
same.
similar. My dog.
Reggie.
My dog is outside.
He's watching us.
He's watching. That's our producer over there.
Yes. He's got a little director's chair and everything.
Yeah, no, he's
he
gone.
left. Okay. Someone's getting fired.
Carl. Anyway.
But yeah, those F1 Academy liveries are pretty awesome.
Did we just spend 30 minutes talking about liveries? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
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 Sue us.
So,
What's the next one?
preseason drama. Next season of Drive to Survive is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, no.
Picture this. It's February 1st. You're in chemistry class.
It's February 1st.
You're writing in your notebook. You get a buzz on your phone. You check your phone. It's from the F1 Updates broadcast channel on Instagram. Oh, what's that? Lewis Hamilton is signing with Ferrari 2025. My day was over. I was done.
Now
like,
imagine
couldn't
this.
focus on school.
You wake up 6 in the morning. You don't want to go to school. So you scroll through your phone. Lewis Hamilton, rumored to go to Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton, rumored to go to Ferrari. What do? You just text your best friend. Hey. Did you see this? Did you see this? No way that's gonna happen. He said he's gonna stay at Mercedes forever. You see a video that goes up. Charles Leclerc saying, asking a question. Who's your
Hello, Lewis.
Hello, Lewis. Not even a few hours later, 4 hours later, Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari. What the Sigma? What the Sigma?
I couldn't. I literally, in my notebook in chemistry, there's a page and it's in red on top and it says, February 1st, Lewis Hamilton goes to Ferrari 2025.
February 1st, too. It's like, oh my God.
I wrote it in my notebook. It's a day for the history books.
That was insane.
It was so unexpected.
What was even crazier is because we have a local plumbing thing, like plumbing company that my dad knows the owner too, and he's been to like a few F1 races. He's a big fan.
Lucky.
And yeah, I know. You know, you can bring me along.
Jealousy.
And my dad was, because my dad, I'm obviously I like F1, and I have a very nice and loving and supportive father, and he's like, well, my daughter would be a F1 fan, so I think, I think blah, blah, blah. And he's always like introducing me to like middle-aged men who like Formula One. And my dad was like, I was talking to so-and-so from the plumbing company, and he was like, he's talking about F1, and then this was like 5 days before the announcement. And he was like, yeah, you said that he really wished that Lewis Hamilton went to Ferrari. And I was like, oh, that's never gonna happen. I ate my own words, and I was like, no way.
Literally all day I was checking my phone and like straight jacket, locked me up in a straight jacket. I had jazz band that day. I had my phone out on my stand with my music, and I kid you not, I was sweating so much because I was stressed. It's also hot in that room, but like I was losing my mind, and my friend next to me, she's like, "Girl, are you okay?" I'm like,
Girl, what
"No,
the fuck
Lewis
is
Hamilton
wrong?"
is going to Ferrari."
I know. I was like,
You know, I'm
I
not
was
okay.
thinking, I was like, my whole day was like, no, I wouldn't say ruined,
It's
but
not-
it was like my world was turned upside down.
Exactly.
And I was like, I was in class, and I had my friend Harmony. I love her to death. She like helps me with everything in math and science, and I was like, she has no idea that Lewis Hamilton just got signed to Ferrari,
Like,
and she
there's
does not
people
give
here
two
whose
flying
lives-
craps.
There's people whose lives haven't been affected by
There's
this.
there's people around me who just really don't care, but like I care, and all of a sudden like I'm like, oh my god, what is this gonna be for Carlos? What's this silly season gonna look like?
Oh god.
Whose seats are opening up? Who's
crazy.
gonna go to Mercedes? But then who's gonna take this seat and that? And all the contracts expire in 2025. And what about this?
Silly season's gonna go hard. And then people started announcing that they were re-signing, which that's why the Ferrari thing came as such a shock, because Lewis had announced he was re-signing with Mercedes, but there was like a part in his contract saying he could back off from the re-signing.
I know, and then it's
So
like,
that's what shocked me. So
and then you had the Red Bull drama,
right, guys?
and you had the Red Bull drama, the Red Bull
Christian
Civil
Horner.
War.
Christian Horner, when I catch you,
Oh my god.
oh, you're dead. You're dead. Every time he pops up on screen for Drive to Survive, I just scream.
Okay, you British twat.
Ugly.
Okay, you British twat.
Ugly. I'm gonna kill him.
True or not? True or not?
How did he pull Ginger Spice?
How did you pull Ginger Spice?
I guess we'll never know. One of life's unsolved mysteries.
And then the whole like Red Bull Civil War, and then it being like, well, Helmut Marko is threatening to leave, and then Max says if
Max is
Marko
gonna leave,
leaves, he's
Max.
gonna leave.
And Toto was
And
talking
then
about taking Max and
Andre Newey, he's gonna leave somewhere, and then Toto is gonna take Max, and Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel. Come back, Chase baby,
Please, baby girl, come back.
Like we talked about last, I think we talked about it last episode, or maybe on like one of our like archive Instagram messages, being like, I don't think Sebastian's gonna come back to F1 necessarily. I think I was talking about this with my friend Nate, but I was like, I don't think he's gonna come back to F1 necessarily, because that's such a big jump to not do it for a few years and then just kind of just show up one day and be like, yeah, I know, I still got it. Like, no, girl, like we said, but you don't, you can't. But like, if he goes back into like,
Hey Meg,
if you go back to like endurance racing, like,
that'd be
like, go ahead. Red carpet is rolled out for you, baby. Get back in there.
Maybe then I'll actually like be able to sit down and watch an endurance race.
I think which one?
Mick Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel racing together.
La la la. That's a happy la la la. But yay!
Oh, they're so cute.
But yeah, my found father. But like, but no, it's really. Yeah, and he would come back, like, if he, like, you guys are all delusional, and it's like, maybe he'll come back to F1, but, like, let's kind of be a little for real here right now. Let's be honest, guys.
I don't think it's gonna happen. As much as I want it to.
And if it does, I don't want to see another Daniel Ricciardo situation.
Real.
I don't want to see come back, everyone's celebrating, and then he scores, what, 1 point, and then next season he's balding and he's in Atari still. It's like,
okay, Danny Rick is balding. Bring back mullet Danny Rick. I don't think he can actually. I need hair plugs.
He might need to lose Hamilton hair transplant theory. What? Do you know?
Lewis Hamilton hair transplant?
Have you seen his hair in like the early 2000s?
Was the buzz cut?
The buzz cut, and then he grew it out. I sent you the edit of him with the blonde hair.
Ew.
You see how frail and like
ew.
thing, like how bad his hair looks, and he comes back one season, he has luscious braids and locks, and people are
maybe
like,
he just oiled his hair like every day and then like washed it
I
and
know.
took biotin and
rosemary oil.
rosemary and mint oil.
Maybe Nico finally left and he could no peace, I guess.
Yeah.
Missing Nico.
Not a gray hair.
Nico, did you see his Nico Rosberg. He's growing his hair out, and it's like
Jeremy Fragrance.
Jeremy
Fragrance.
They met up.
I know.
It was just
Oh
crazy.
my God.
Oh my God.
Twin.
I love you, Jeremy.
What have you been?
Nobody knows me.
It's literally them. I sometimes on my For You page, Jeremy Fragrance will pop up and like Nico. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Follow Jeremy Fragrance.
When he coughs up a tonsil stone, I'm like, oh, this is so 2016.
This is Nico Rosberg, and he's on the podium. He's like checking his nails, and he's sitting there like really. He's like really sassy. He's like, and Lewis is like crying in the corner, and I was like, yeah, period.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next on the off
Girl,
season?
I don't know. What happened? Christian Horner.
The Red Bull Civil War, silly season, unpredictable.
Season's gonna be crazy. Oh, yesterday or 2 days ago, Fernando resigned. So he's gonna be like 50 on the grid.
Rumors have been flying around of Carlos Sainz 2-year contract to Mercedes. Which has been flying around. You've seen Carlos has been posting on social media, which I would like to say. Usually when a driver is posting a lot on social media, they're usually like in a good state of mind and something good
That's
has
why
happened.
Lance did not post for like a whole year.
Yeah, Lance didn't post
dogging
on him. Which I'm like, I get you hate him because he's a Nepo baby, but you can't hate him for having a loving father.
Right.
So,
he's like dad first,
okay,
CEO second.
Dad first, CEO second. And like he really pushed himself. Like with his 2 wrists, he broke his both wrists and a toe, and he goes to race in Bahrain, and he's like pushing himself to the limit in like 2 weeks.
You know what?
And then if we look over to David Mucus, that's not how you actually say his last name, but every time I look at it, it looks like Mucus. Aaron McLaren IndyCar, he got in a biking accident. He's still out. Well, I think he might be back in, but he was out for 2 races, which in IndyCar thing, races are far more separate and there's less races than in Formula 1, but like he was out for some good time. Like,
oh no, baby girl, are you
David! And when I first got into IndyCar, I didn't know that David like broke his wrist. And so I was like, where's David? Like, who's this other guy? He's like, I see Alex Pato, this other guy, I forgot his name, I'm so sorry, I feel like a fake fan. But I frankly didn't, I was like, where's David? Because I see, like, challenges, and David's just there, and I'm like,
yeah, who's this guy?
And David's there, and I'm like, well, what happened to David? Like, where did David go?
David Lohr, please Google David Lohr to find out what happened.
Yeah, David Mucus Lohr in the car. But it just broke his
I mean, now, like, we're in Bahrain right now. Set the scene, we're in Bahrain.
Bahrain, nice. I race it on the F1. I have an F1 28 like racing simulator, and I've only raced in like Bahrain, and I have like the track memorized.
That's how I feel about Red Bull Ring, because, or sometimes even after just like knowing F1 for a while, I'll look at a corner and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Bahrain.
Oh, that hairpin?
Yeah,
that's the hairpin in
it
Monaco.
Like,
and it's hellish.
And I'm kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, you see those trees back there? I think that's Australia. Like, I just know where it is. Oh, I know that tree. I recognize that tree.
What is that? Turn 2? This is a good track.
What the flick, guys?
What the heck?
And I mean, Bahrain, it's like sandy desert. That's how you recognize it, guys. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean that race was just. I don't know, Max won by 22 seconds.
Basically
whatever.
30 seconds because Checo had a 10-second lead behind whoever was behind, which was
Carlos. I mean,
yeah,
I just
signed off with Ferrari and becomes Michael Schumacher. And you literally
Carlos' revenge era. As soon as Lewis, I don't want to say took his seat. That sounds very aggressive. As soon as Lewis took the Ferrari seat and Carlos was out, I'm like, Carlos' revenge era. And he's pulling through with that. He's
been on the podium 100% of the races he's raced in. Mm-hmm. So
not even Max Verstappen has done that.
Actually,
Australia.
In this season. No, never mind. I'm not counting the appendix one of Oliver.
He, you know what?
Thunder?
It might have been. It started raining a little bit earlier.
April showers, we make flowers.
But I don't know. The appendix thing, that was when he showed up to the paddock like the day and he was looking like he had something up his butt.
He was walking so slowly, you could tell he was in so much pain, and you were like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I have the strategy for Ferrari, I have to go.
I know, he's got to help them with the strategy.
A heartwarming moment was when he won in Australia. He couldn't even stand on the podium. If you watch the podium again, Lando had to like lift him up, and I was like, Lando forever and always. But at the same time, I was like, Carlos, you freaking monster, you machine, please rest. And he's like taking pictures, and he's just like,
like
the
a
whole
shirt,
giant scar,
bandages,
and he's like, hey.
Anytime he popped up on the TV, I was like, oh, sit down, go lay down right now. Because he was just limping around and doing whatever, and he's like, buddy, it's okay, you are allowed to rest, you just had surgery.
Okay, that team just put you to the curb, and here you are supporting
you're okay, baby girl.
It's okay, baby, we love you no matter what.
Mr. Oliver Bearman, the man you are.
I'm excited for the F1 future drivers.
I'm very excited for the future F1. Paul Aaron, he's exciting to me because Mercedes dropped him, and now I think he's P2 in the F2 standings, and Kimi Antonelli love him very much, but he's like P9, 10 or something like that. He's pretty low, and Toto put a lot of pressure on that kid's shoulders, and he's our age.
I honestly, I always say, oh man, I really wish I was like an F1 driver, but honestly, I kid you not, I would be balding too. Yeah, I would, gray hair, balding, my hair's falling out in chunks, I'd look like 10 years older, and you'd be like, oh, how old are you, 26, 30, and they'd be like, no, I'm 17. I see Bianca Bustamante's and Leah Block's, and I think Chloe Chong, she's not in Academy anymore, but I think she's in a 4 or something, but I see they're get ready with me, spend the day with me, I'm traveling today, I'm gonna work out, and I'm like, I want to do that, and then and you realize the actual toll of being an F1 and then they do online school, and I'm like, I can't, I could barely focus over the quarantine. I was like, maybe I'll stick to NASCAR where it's not that demanding, and I can just run into anyone. I'm just gonna do rally school when I turn 18 and do a rally driving. I think I'll just stick to driving like an absolute menace on the highway. Right. I was following you here, and you were weaving in and out of people, and I'm like, I'm overtaking the month award. Guys, I know when I go, listen, I was listening to Real Gone. I was listening to Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna. I was listening to Real Gone, and I love country music. That music when it gets to the solo with the harmonica. And I'm like, this car is going the speed limit. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm overtaking. I'm checking my viewpoints. I'm like, brr. And I get a lot of car crashes on my Instagram Explorer, and I'm like, oh, that could never be me. Biker's fault. Cyclist's fault. But literally, that is me. I'm going I don't want to commit to a crime, but I'm going pretty fast. And I can recognize police vehicles, so I know when to go the speed limit, because I always go the speed limit. Always the speed limit. I don't if I have to go 5 over, I will. If I'm in the fast, if I have to overtake, I have to. I'll always go 5 over, never over 5. Never. Who would do that? God, guys, everyone on the road, they're not just mindless NPCs. They're people of lives. Okay. Anyway, he's overtaking everyone in Jeddah, Ollie Bellman, Oliver Bellman. He has more points than Logan Sargent. That's crazy to think about. Lucky Bear. Come on, you gotta represent America. I love you, Williams, in the dumpster fire that you are. Oh my God, the chassis. That's. Oh my God, in Australia, that was a heartbreak. Oh yeah, no. Okay, we'll just give Logan the broken car, and Oscar can have Logan's car, and then we'll just keep it that way. It's actually, you know what? Alex broke his car. We'll give Logan that. Let's give him Logan's perfectly brand new car. Logan, you can set this one out.
Huh?
Alex,
I love Alex so much.
Alex,
He didn't even score points. He didn't even score points.
Alex, you could do no wrong, but you just did a whole lot of wrong.
Love you, baby, so much. Also, why is your merch so expensive? I cannot afford your hoodies and your t-shirts.
I saw a good video about it, and it's like the F1 drivers, like it's like I'll get into another episode because I feel like I'm just going off.
Their merch is so expensive.
What is that big bug on the window over there? Ugh. For my audio listeners,
there's a big ass bug.
And it has like long legs too.
Ooh.
It looks like a beetle.
But
anyway.
Yeah, I mean the Australia, that was an amazing race.
Go Carlos, I love you.
Go Carlos, love you so much.
Wonderful race after Australia.
As soon as it was like what, lap 1, 2, Max is like I saw a little puff of smoke, I'm like
it felt illegal to watch. It felt illegal to watch.
And then he's like kind of slowing down, and my mom was watching.
He's dropping back.
And I'm like, he's gonna have to retire. He's gonna have to retire. He's gonna have to retire. And then he's like on the radio, brakes are on fire, and they're like, okay, we're gonna have to retire the car. I'm like, no way.
I know. I was watching it, and I was like,
way.
This feels illegal to watch. Like, can this actually happen? This is actually happening because last time he retired like this was in not even Singapore. It was in somewhere else. I think it was Australia, but in like 2019 or something.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, and I was like, what? And is this so bad?
When he got out of the car in the garage,
and he was mad.
Oh, he was pissed. Mad Max came back for a second there. And then it panned to like Penelope and Kelly, and I'm like,
Max not in front of the wife and kid.
Maxie. Oh, that was so cute at the podium in
Japan.
Yeah, Japan.
Maxie.
Oh, it's so cute.
Japan was kind of boring. That might have
Japan
just
was.
been me. I fell asleep.
But
you can't blame me because I was in North Carolina and I had to drive back and I was tired and it was 3 a.m. and I was like, okay, well, Max is already winning by something second lead, and then whatever happens, and then the commentator's like, it's gonna really be down to the last 10 laps here, and I was like, no, it wasn't. Japan was pretty boring, not gonna lie. But you can't live back to the old Japan, Checo causing chaos.
Yes.
I love you, Checo.
But Yuki scored point.
He had purse. He
scored point.
He scored
point. Yeah, I mean that was like pretty
Liam
much
Lawson
like
coming back.
The cameraman did Daniel so dirty for that one.
Liam Lawson right behind
But that ultimatum, I don't want to sound like a hater and an awful person, but I hope it's real. I'm sorry, I want to see Liam back in that car.
But I need
I
Liam
want to
Lawson
see
back.
Liam back. He's so good.
I love the meme where it's like the face you make when you know you're about to get Nick DeVries and it's Daniel Ricciardo and his like driver selfie picture, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean the Nick DeVries situation. It all starts with an appendix.
And it starts with an appendix.
First Alex, now Carlos. Everything's falling apart.
For our audio listeners, we have Carlos's little miniature car here, and then the Carlos Sainz hat. So
we are not biased at all.
We are not biased at all, but we are Carlos lovers. Yeah, Carlos is secret lovers. My favorite Carlos Sainz rumor is the fact that he got someone pregnant and he was a baby daddy. And everyone actually believed it, and I was like, no way,
guys, no way, come on. Please.
They were like, someone's claiming that they got knocked up by an F1 driver, and everyone was like, Carlos, it was Carlos.
Point fingers, guys.
Why would you, why would you,
What if it was Joe?
Yeah,
what if it was K-Mag? Mm-hmm. That'd be more scandalous because he's married.
He's married. No, I don't think he would do it though. He doesn't have to.
His kids are so cute.
He's such a dad.
Laura,
girl dad.
she's so cute.
I saw a video of the K-Mag and Nico, and they were doing a challenge or something, and they were rating haircuts, and I was and they were all like, oh, you look so good here, and then Nico was like, oh no, you look really good at this one, and they're
they left most beef in the past.
They're the most horrendous haircuts I've ever seen in my life, but they're so dad,
I know they're. I think they said something like, we're both fathers now. We're leaving everything in the past. We're friends now. And
Suck my balls, mate. That's in the past.
The most unsporting car I've ever driven.
Suck my balls, mate. And then cut to the interview with Daniel and Nico on retinol, and Daniel's like, would you suck his balls? And Nico's like, all the time. Like, and I'm just like, that interview always makes me giggle a little bit because like Nico says it so confidently. I'm like, okay, guys. Love Nico, love. Pop culture moment.
What is that guy's name?
I don't know. I thought it was Timothy Chalamet. I thought it was Timothy Chalamet. Every time I go to find that video, loud. So all the parents of my friends that you won't get it.
So
but
sorry.
It's this guy singing like love, but he's saying loud.
I think his name's Aiden Gallagher.
And he's like playing the guitar, it's really bad, and he's like screaming loud, and it's like,
and he's on a live stream.
He's on a live stream, but everyone's like,
oh, he's so good.
Oh, okay.
He's so talented.
Keep it to yourself. Keep it to the shower. Predictions for the season?
Bingo card?
Oh, hold on. I have a whole like notes app of like predictions.
Yeah, we have.
Some of these are like the most like bullshit ever, which is like Nico Rosberg, the New Zealand kiss. But like, but we have Lando win, Ferrari comeback,
I'm
which
begging
is
for
happening.
Lando win. I'm begging for it.
We have Esteban does like a really bad crash, and it's like he has to get put out. And then we have Lewis Hamilton lover reveal. So
It's me.
It's me.
It's me.
Valtteri come back. We're kind of reading on the other because he said like in an interview, he's like, I don't know, you guys expect a lot from me, and I'm like, please do something. Checo retires, which is I wish I kind of hope no, but
I also want the Red Bull seat open to someone.
I know, like Yuki. 2-1 controversial, like Yuki.
Yuki has proven himself time and time again, and everyone's like, oh, Daniel.
I don't want to call you racist, but
Dude, well, he did say
But-
N-word.
he did say the N-word, but it was in a song.
Okay. If y'all can cancel TikTokers, we can cancel Daniel Ricciardo.
Fernando win. This is like if Max wasn't like real. We have like a lot of Haas in qualifying, and we kind of haven't seen that because
realistic.
Haas have been like they've been like they
got
saw like I don't say anything, but as soon as Gunter got fired, like Nico and K-Mag, they've been working together. Especially what race was it, Saudi Arabia, where Nico was like
Kevin was
Kevin
holding everyone back.
Kevin was holding everyone back, so Nico was at 1 point. But it was like teamwork on 3.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
As much as I love Gunther because he's just a silly, goofy guy,
He lives in North
I feel
Carolina.
like maybe there was like a little bit of a toxic work environment with him around. And I don't who's the new guy? He's not new. But he worked up. What's his name? I think it starts with an A.
Oh, I know you're. Their team principal. Their new team principal is like. Oh, guys, we're so guys, this is it. Okay, season 2 already canceled.
But House is good in qualifying, esponsally Nico.
Yeah,
He's always
He's always
like last season's. Like he was good. He was
What?
in Q3.
Where's the image where he got like into like Q6 and it's the image of like the
Q6.
polar bear in Texas? No, maybe he was like really high qualifying. Maybe like Q9.
Oh,
For like Haas.
okay, yeah, P9.
Yeah.
When K-Mag got pole.
Yeah.
That one time.
What? I have Alpine downfall.
Oh, have you heard that like the rumors about Alpine being sold?
That Alpine has fired like basically everyone on their team is just like kind of like in the dumps right now.
Yeah. There's some rumors that Renault is I don't know if Renault was like an owner of Alpine. I know they supply the engine, but there's like a thing with them that they might be selling the team, which gives Andretti another chance to get on the grid.
Name our teams in Formula 1. I found out recently in NASCAR, you just need to have a team, you need to have sponsors, you need to have a driver, and you just have to have like a will to be a team, and you could just be a team.
We got this.
And I was like, that isn't fucking insane. Why can't we do that with Formula 1?
Because it's a rich man's game.
If I must go. Anyway, we have Oscar shows some emotion.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Kimi Räikkönen 2.0.
We have Yuki, lots of points. Logan, second point. Hopefully. This is like in parentheses, big comeback.
Please.
Nico Hulk gives birth. Okay. 2 SD crashed bad with like emojis.
2 SD crashes?
No, like it's written like 3 times. So maybe.
No.
And then this one says Pierre podium.
And this is
In
not
an
a
SD
manifestation.
fight / battle over podium, Pierre causes Esteban to crash. And this was under the assumption that Alpine was like actually good. So I don't really feel like we'd see an Alpine.
I can definitely see a fight with them. I don't know if it'll be for a podium, but
Yeah, but something bad.
you know,
because they
we'll
literally
never be
qualified
best
seven.
friends. We'll never be
It
best
was
friends.
Pierre coming out and being like, we're not friends, and we will. Well, won't be.
Yeah, like, okay, sorry.
Those are kind of like the
You
best.
still have to be teammates. You still have to work together.
Oh, this one, Zoe becomes noticeable.
Hope so.
I hope so. You know, no one knows, like, literally forgets about Zoe. And
I really hope he scores points this like upcoming race, like home race. It's his home. It's his first.
China
race.
is an interesting race. I'm very excited for
The freaking track, that one
track where that was like,
that one, like what the hell?
It looks like a spiral, and it's like, oh,
I'm scared for that.
I'm scared for that, but I'm excited because, you know, it's like, who's gonna get knocked out
Also, the
first?
fact that it's a sprint weekend is like they're gonna have one practice session.
Oh.
People have not driven that track yet.
It's gonna be like there's gonna be rookies out there like Oscar who've never touched
Yeah,
China before.
that'll be interesting.
Thoughts and prayers, love. Thoughts and prayers.
My prediction for China:
Max Verstappen win.
Max
and
P1.
I want to see an unexpected podium.
I do. I want to see someone
Maybe
running up there.
Fernando up there.
Hopefully. And I think that Williams, they're gonna have to ride a tandem bicycle.
Yeah, we'll come down there.
They got it. I think
I
they
did-
can score points with that.
I just got a car. Not really, but my grandpa's old car. It's like an old Buick. And he's selling it to me for like $6,500. But like, Williams, call me, I can give you the car. Okay? Because I had a beautiful 1998 Lexus that I got for $500 off of Craigslist that works like a beauty. And if you need the Buick, like
The Ryan Gosling
call
movie?
the Ryan Gosling called the Ryan Gosling mobile because in the movie Drive, he drives like these shitty cars that like are noticeable, that are like unnoticeable because it's like a movie about being a criminal and like driving, but it has like a really powerful engine, and that's basically what my 1998 Lexus is because it's like the outside is so bad. I know we're like talking about how good of a driver I am on the highway, but I have a tendency to in parking lots hit every single car imaginable. And so Ryan Gosling is covered in dents. I've hit my garage more times than I can count. I've knocked out doors. I've hit doors, which is like you would be like, how would I be like, I can't even tell you that.
Oh,
But,
interesting.
Yeah. Don't think you come for me. Please, I could drive for over
So,
here. Please try.
This is why I park far away from any car that you drive.
You know what? Maybe in our school, our teacher parking lot is getting renovated, so the teachers have to park in the student parking lot, and the student parking lot has like no space, so it's gonna be so crowded. It's gonna be like actual freaking hell.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Anyway, we're like at an hour, I think, ish. We're gonna talk, or you don't listen. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Yeah.
I think that's about
Here's
it.
our little episode summary. What did we talk about? We talked about NASCAR. We talked about IndyCar. We talked about liveries. We talked about preseason
contracts, Horner allegations.
contracts, Horner allegation. We're gonna jump Joe's Verstappen. We talked about a lot of NASCAR.
Alpine downfall. Carlos Sainz
predictions.
Please go somewhere. Please do not leave F1.
Please don't leave. Please, baby,
ever.
please. Don't leave ever.
Please.
Don't leave.
Please.
Do not leave.
And
then we talked a little bit about everything. We kind of were trying to mainly
we're trying to like cover all the races
catch
up
up.
until this point. Next race is China.
It's China.
It's at 3 a.m. for us, so I don't know how.
Watch the China race and wait a week until our talk about the China race.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
From Beyond the Finish Line.
From Beyond the Finish Line podcast.
Bye.
Bye.